John, another 10 hours to kick off. How the boys are feeling?
Good question, Jimmy. Hopefully not too nervous yet, but it can be a long day on game day. So we've got a bit of a set routine. We'll meet up a little bit later, go for a walk, have some lunch. That'll be another few hours down, and then just watch the clock until kick-off.
How's the night before? Anything special? Any team meetings, dinners?
No, we had a routine that we followed from last year. The players just had a dinner. As I said in the first game, they're a very relaxed crew. They love their cards, spending time together, and I think it's been a pretty good build-up.
You had the players meet their families in Brisbane, and they had some messages for them. Anything for tonight special?
No, I suppose if you keep looking for something, you're looking for some sort of magic cure or answer. Yeah, there'll be some messages for the guys when they get to the dressing room, but that's all sort of feel-good stuff. It's a game 2. This is going to decide whether we go to game 3 in a live or dead situation. So, big game for both teams.
What did Laurie and you guys think of Kevin Wallace's comments yesterday?
Yeah, I think you could go back over the history of Origin. When the Queenslanders get to town, there's always a bit of banter between the coaches. I think both summed it up pretty well. I think both sides want to see a game similar to game 1, where the players actually decide the result. The ball's in play. It becomes a game of survival. That'll whatever wrestles in the game, that'll take it out of it if we keep the ball in play and let the players do what they do best. And I think everyone was happy with game 1, and we just hope that we get the same game in game 2.
So they're still mates?
I think pretty sure they'd still be mates. It's 3 weeks a year might be different, but they'll have a beer after the game.
So one of the themes of this camp has been being able to put what happens in game 1 away, just for the mentality of the players. Have you seen any difference in the players? Are they as ready for this game as they were for game 1?
Yeah, I think they're more than ready. You keep looking back to the history of Origin. There's been a lot of deciders, and that can come down to several things. Complacency probably being one, but that's been a real message, probably more so from the players to each other than the coaches have had to say. It's look, there's no excuses tonight, and complacency certainly won't be one. We know, the players know what's at stake. A lot of them have been there before in Origin games. There's a few of them were there when they won the last series. They played in grand finals, so certainly no excuses going into the game. I think they're more ready for this game than they were in game 1.
Have you even spoke about the prospect of having to do the business in Queensland at Suncorp with all those farewells going on?
No, it hasn't been mentioned, and to do that probably would be a negative thing on our behalf. There's going to be a game 3, and there's going to be a lot to play for regardless of the result tonight. So we certainly don't want to have to go up there and have to win the game up there to win the series. It'd be lovely to do it tonight in front of our own friends and family. But look, it's going to be a war tonight, and they're ready for it.
The fact it's do or die for Queensland, does that make them more dangerous, or just they're going to throw everything at you?
Certainly makes them more dangerous. Probably good that it's at the over at the Homebush tonight, because it's not really the conditions to try everything type of football. So it's going to be slippery and greasy, and it's going to be very cold. So not perfect conditions for an open game. So that may, if we do everything right, that may come into favour for us. But look, it's going to be a battle, and one we're all looking forward to.
After Jack de Belin was suspended, have you named a 19th man?
No, we're going to have a bit of a chat today, just before lunch about that. So it's not something that's on the top of the list, but it's probably something we'll have to talk about.
Would you like to see the Blues fans make it very hostile for the Queenslanders?
For sure. We haven't been in this position a lot over the last few years, so it only comes around once a year, and to be 1-0 up going into a decider, going into game 2. Why not? Let's make it as tough as we can. As much noise as we can, influence the decision makers as much as we can, and give them something to celebrate afterwards.
Looking beyond the series, now that Daly's off contract, would you be interested in the head coaching job?
Probably not the time for that, mate. No, it's very, very fortunate to be involved. I love what I do, and really appreciate the opportunity that's been given to me.